Hello, this is the Phantom Safety Pin, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Nuzlocke Red. And welcome to the gym of Lieutenant Surge. Lieutenant Surge actually uses electric-type Pokemon, as his name would imply. And the weaknesses of electric-type Pokemon happen to be Earth and not Earth. Why do I keep saying Earth? Ground and Rock. We do not have Pokemon that know Ground or Rock-type moves, so we're gonna have to do with what we have. But the Psychic type is so strong that Alessa can easily sweep this gym, no problem. I feel confident. But we'll have Flora on standby just in case. So this sailor wants to fight, and unlike most sailors, he happens to have a Pikachu with him. You really don't see very many sailors sporting electric-type Pokemon. I find that a little bit strange. And Growl was disabled, so all of our hits will hit with the normal amount of power. And holy crap, did you see that? At level 22, she drained that Pikachu's life bar with one confusion. And she did it again! Once again, you guys. I've said it before, I will probably say it a million times throughout this Let's Play. The Psychic type breaks the game. Hilariously unbalanced. They fixed that a little bit in Gen 2, and then even more so in Generation 3 when they rebalanced everybody, all the types, a little bit more, and this guy's a rocker. We do not see rockers again. We do see guitarists in the series, but we do not see rockers in the series again, as far as I know. Now, we're just gonna fight all these guys to get them out of the way, and for whatever reason, this Voltorb has quite a lot of defense points, a higher defense than the Pikachus do. Probably because it's made of metal? Voltorb, I believe, is just a pure electric type in later generations, but Magnemite is a dual steel-electric type later on. In this game, it's only an electric type because the steel type was not around yet. Ow. It only had the one move? There you saw the Magnemite using, actually, the move Struggle, which is something that Pokemon on both sides will use, either yours or an opponent's, will use if they have no moves they can use. So that means that Voltorb only knew Tackle. And that's it. It didn't even know any electric-type moves, it only knew Tackle. Which is a little odd. So yeah, if you run out of power points for a move, or you just don't have any moves to use, the Pokemon's default move is Struggle, and it will cause both the user damage and the other Pokemon damage. Fried. Baked. Boiled. Grilled. And we have just one more, fluff trainer to fight here. Another gentleman, which, interestingly for his trainer class, is again using Pikachu. I guess they just didn't want to fill the whole gym with rockers. And we have Confused Pikachu. There you see Confusion's other nice little extra trick it does, causing confusion, which I've pointed out before. I am very good. Now, the gimmick of Lieutenant Surge's gym is we need to find the 2 hidden buttons to open that door over there. And that can take a while. Now, the trick is, once you find the first button, the second button is always right next to it. Horizontally, I believe, not vertically. And so here I'm just checking every trash can, and I will be speeding this up, starting right about now. So if you're wondering why it took me so many times to do this, it's because the first time I screwed up, and I'm only speeding up because the first time I screwed up, and I did not notice the switch was on. I had a 50-50 shot. It was pretty tough, so. And there we go. And now Lieutenant Surge's door is open. And before we go fight him, it's always a good idea to save before you fight a gym leader. Because I didn't want to do that puzzle again because it was annoying. So, here we go. As far as I know, that's one of the few gyms that has a puzzle to it in Generation 1. Many more gyms had puzzles to them. Like, many of the later gyms in Gen 1 do have puzzles to them, but more gyms have puzzles to them in the later parts of the series. Oh, they have gimmicks to them. And they actually elaborated on that in the remakes of Gold and Silver, Heart Gold and Soul Silver. They made the gyms have more gimmicks and more puzzles that weren't there before, which was a nice little surprise for me coming off of Generation 2 and having not played a Pokemon game since Pokemon Sapphire Generation 3 because I didn't have a DS at the time. And Alessa is getting some nice experience here. As you can see, she's pretty much destroying Lieutenant Surge. And really, that Pikachu and that, other Pokemon he sent out, I didn't see what. They're not the most difficult ones. They're not the strongest. His strongest is this Raichu right here, at level 24. But once again, this Raichu is pretty easily taken down, and Thunderbolt's disabled, so its strongest attack is disabled. But it is quite speedy. I really love how well the gym leader music fits this battle in particular. It sounds like crackling electricity. Diddly diddly diddly. And there we go. We've defeated Lieutenant Surge. Whoa, you're the real deal, kid! So we get Thunder Badge. Now, what Thunder Badge does, actually, is it increases the Pokemon speed and lets a Pokemon fly. And that's good, because, of course, faster Pokemon hit quicker. And he gives us the TM Thunderbolt as well. We don't have any Electric-type Pokemon to teach it to just yet, so we'll save it for later. We may never have Electric-type Pokemon to teach it to, and that's okay. So we're going to cut this tree down. There actually is a glitch involving cutting down trees. If you cut a tree down, stand where the tree was and save, and then reboot the game, you'll be standing right on top of the tree. But I will show that glitch off in a later bonus video. So now that we've defeated Lieutenant Surge, there's really not much else to do. Not here, anyway. I'm showing off how to use the old rod here. And yes, you can catch Pokemon in towns like this. I believe this is the only town you can do it in. I'm not sure. Someone can correct me on that if I'm wrong. Well, I suppose in Cinnabar too, since it's an island, but... And as you can see, mostly the old rod just catches Magikarp. They're really not worth the time, but if you raise a Magikarp up, it will become Gyarados, and Magikarp to Gyarados has the highest stat boost, stat change, of any Pokemon in the game. Gyarados is quite an intense Water-type Pokemon. It's actually, for whatever reason, part water, part flying, and that's because if they made it part Dragon-type, which is what it should be, then Gyarados would be heavily overpowered. Yep, the Dragon-type is the other most heavily overpowered Pokemon type in the game. Perhaps as much, if not more so, than the Psychic-type. So we're done here, so I'm just going to save, because I don't want to fight Lieutenant Surge again. And we are gonna mosey on over to the other route. Check it out. Oh, that Pokemon is walking towards me! How cute! And off we go. There's really, again, nothing more to do in Vermillion, so time to keep going. That tunnel right there is Diglett's Cave, and in Diglett's Cave, well, all you can find are Diglett. Let's go inside, shall we? What a surprise, Diglett's dug this long tunnel. It goes right to Viridian City. This is actually a route that goes directly to Viridian, and it's actually necessary to go back to Viridian at this point in the game, because we need to hit an HM that we couldn't get before. And here's a relatively high-level Diglett, my goodness. Level 19. This Diglett is a ground-type Pokemon. This one in particular happens to know Dig automatically, so we do have the TM for Dig, but we aren't going to be needing to teach it to this Pokemon. And we have caught it. Say hello to a new little buddy, you guys. This is Diglett. We're going to be nicknaming this Diglett. As you can see, it's a mole Pokemon. Lives underground, blah blah blah, plant roots. If you want to give a nickname to Diglett, yes we do. We're going to nickname him after another old video game. I'm sure some of you know what it is, some of you may not. I'm gonna nickname him, actually, Dig Dug. And Dig Dug was the name of a video game that, what was it? what's the name? Namco put out, the same people who put out Pac-Man put out, where you dug underground and you inflated little monsters until they popped. Yeah, pretty violent for an arcade game, right? Right. So now that we have our Diglett, I don't know what I was doing. I think I was looking to find the TM, but then I realized he already knew Dig. I don't know what I was doing there. But anyway, we have no more business in Diglett's tunnel for right now. We could cross over to Vermillion now, but I'm actually going to do that in the next video. We're going to do some training up first. And another Diglett for Alessa to kick the butt of. But as we continue on our merry way, this route over here hopefully should lead us to Lavender Town, and we will be able to go to Lavender Town. But first, let's defeat this guy. Let's go, but don't cheat. Okay. Never battle with a Team Rocket, kid. They always cheat. And Youngster wants to fight. He has only his Ekans at level 21. That Ekans is about ready to evolve into Arbok, actually, if it beats us and gets enough experience. And now I believe all our Pokemon are level 25, with the exception of Dig-Dug, whom we just caught. Oh no, Spike isn't, and neither is Jay, my bad. We should train up Jay, let's fix that. Well, let's train up Spike more. I guess I did decide to train up Spike more. I don't always remember what I did, every little thing I did in the actual playthrough run. And we have a Spearow, which we're gonna bypass because we already have a Fearow. So this one, again, as per our rules, is a duplicate and does not count. For anyone wondering, I did include that rule just so the game would be a little bit more balanced, because I didn't want a team of like 20 Spearow and like 5 Spearow and my Ivysaur. I believe I found another Pokemon around this point, too. I forget which. Here we go. And Drowsy looks like. Drowsy is another Psychic-type Pokemon. It is much slower than Abra is. It is actually... Its whole gimmick is Hypnosis, and it evolves into Hypno, actually, as you'd imagine. It actually does know Hypnosis at this level. Hypnosis will put the Pokemon to sleep, and it knows, I believe, Pound and Growl, and that's it. It's really not a very good Pokemon to use at this point. Yep, its whole thing is eating dreams, which, okay. Actually, Drowsy does learn Dream Eater at a later level. And in honor of the word mesmerize and mesmerization, we're going to call him Mesmer. The actual word mesmerize did come from an actual guy named Mesmer. His last name was Mesmer, and I don't know if he used the hypnosis in therapy or what happened. But that'll do it for now. So until next time, this is the Phantom Safety Pin. So I will see you next time. Goodbye.